friends. It's been a while since we've been together, hasn't it? Mr. Monkey Business and I are excited because we just got a brand new book. We did. We ordered this book and we brought it today because we wanted to share a book with you about Easter. And it's written in a way that sounds a little bit familiar because the person who wrote this book used a poem that I bet you've heard before. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Have you heard that one? They used that poem to help with the rhythm of the story of this book. And so it's really interesting for many reasons. But I think you're going to love the pictures. Mr. Monkey Business loves the pictures. And I think you're going to really be interested in all of the story about Easter. And Mr. Monkey Business, he hopes that you really take just a minute to look at the pictures while we're turning the pages, because there's so much to see on every single page. I know that's right. So join us for a story about Easter, and we hope that you like it as much as we do, right? Okay, come on, let's read. 'Twas the morning of Easter, written by Glennis Nealist, illustrated by Elena Selivanova. He has risen. Matthew 28:6. Twas the morning of Easter, before the sun rose. 2 guards on a hillside were just trying to doze. You see, Jesus had died. Only 3 days before, a huge stone had been placed to seal the cave door. The disciples were sleeping, but tossed in their beds as visions of danger swirled round in their heads. Would they be arrested and led away too? Without Jesus, their leader, what would they do? In her small, quiet home, not too far away, Jesus' friend Mary was planning the day. She would go to the cave with perfume and spice in hopes that her gifts would make Jesus smell nice. The sun through the trees was just starting to peep as the guards on the hill, who are now fast asleep, when all of a sudden there came an earthquake and the rocks and the trees all started to shake. The guards jumped in fright, then fell straight to the floor as the stone rolled away and unsealed the door. Then Mary arrived and crept up to the cave. She had to see Jesus. She had to be brave. But the cave was now empty. He just wasn't there. Mary sat down and wept, and her cries filled the air. But suddenly Mary heard someone behind. "Dear woman, who is it that you hope to find?" Mary jumped and turned round, so confused and afraid. Was this man the gardener? And why had he stayed? But the calm in his voice, the words that he said, soon let Mary know she had nothing to dread. "Dear Mary, it's me. It's Jesus, your friend. My story's just starting. This wasn't the end." His eyes, how they twinkled, his smile so bright. Mary knew in a moment, but Could she be right? She gasped in surprise and cried, "Jesus, it's you! You came back to life! Your promise came true!" Jesus nodded and said, "But there's no time to lose. You must tell the disciples. Go, spread the good news." Now Peter, now James, now Thomas, now John, I went to the cave. Jesus' body was gone, but he called me by name. He's alive. It is true. It's a miracle only our great God could do. Then the trees seemed to dance. Birds started to sing. All creation joined in to worship the King. "He's alive, he's alive," the rocks cried in praise. The whole earth rejoiced on this day of all days. When later that night Mary knelt down to pray, she thought about all that had happened that day, and the stars heard her whisper through soft evening light, "Happy Easter to all, and to all a good night." Well, what did you all think about the book? We really enjoyed this book. We love the illustrations. We love the story. Even though parts of it, well, I know. Parts of the Easter story are a little bit sad. It's true. It is true. There's some parts that make me just want to stop for a few minutes and maybe even be by myself. And that's okay. It's okay. But the ending of the Easter story, wow, that part is so amazing and so joyful and so happy that it helps us get through those sad parts, doesn't it? It does. So we hope that this Easter, you think about the whole Easter story at home too. And maybe you have an Easter book that you like to read at your house. Because Easter is a wonderful time, full of Easter bunny stuff and Easter eggs and Easter baskets. But let's not forget, the real reason for Easter is that Jesus made sure that we would never forget how much he loved us, how much God loves us, not just a long time ago, but today, tomorrow, and forever. Happy Easter, everybody.